Yes, sir.
East Coast?
My God, what's up, man?
Yo,
What you
how
saying, dude?
are you good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm straight, man. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Are you hearing me okay?
Yeah, I'm hearing you good, man. Hey, I wanna thank you for hooking me up on here, man. I just want to say first and foremost, hey, you see the merch I'm wearing? I'm wearing my homie Ghost's merch, man. He's a local artist from Moncton. His name is Ghost Music. Y'all gotta check him out, man. Shout out Ghost. You already know what it is.
Hell yeah, absolutely. Ghost has been killing it with the merch. I've been seeing it. Um,
Yeah,
I'm a little unfortunate financially right now, but
yeah.
I'm gonna get straight real soon and get at my dude for some merch because I definitely want to rock some Ghost gear for real, for real.
For sure, man. How you been, man? How you been? You been alright?
I've been cool. I've been a little uneasy due to everything that's been going on.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you.
Uh, but like I said, we're trying to give people a break from all that crazy shit that's going on right now.
For
Uh,
sure, man.
yeah. So how long have you been rapping, bro?
Uh, I've probably been rapping since maybe like 2014, maybe
Okay.
2013, something like that. But I really started taking it serious in 2014, and he told me that I should hit up Chance, and from there, man, shit just kind of went up for me, man, a little bit, you know.
Absolutely. You guys started making music every day, and
Yeah,
you were really active. Is that what you're
yeah,
saying?
yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah. Tell me what the studio atmosphere over there at Bird Call Entertainment was like.
It was all right, you know. It was some good times, some bad times, you know. But I feel everything in life is a learning curve. So everything you go through, whether it's good, bad, positive, wrong, it's gonna help you like mentally in the future, right? It's gonna everything you go through makes you the man you are. So I'm glad I wouldn't be the artist I am today without Chance. So shout out to Kid, man.
Yeah, Kid Thiz. And all of you guys are from Riverview?
No, Chance is from Riverview.
Yeah.
I'm from Salisbury. For people that don't know, I'm a Salisbury native, but I rep Moncton because that's where everybody raps from, right? But I'm actually from Salisbury, New Brunswick.
Okay.
So
Tell the people a little bit about what Salisbury is like for people that don't know.
Salisbury is just a quiet little town, you know. Like probably the population of like maybe 10,000 people max. Probably a little bit more now, but it's just a quiet little place, man. It's like back in the sticks, right? So, but it's not bad. It's kind of a different. It's a way different environment than town, like all together. Like, but it's good, man. I like it. My folks still stay out there. I still go out there all the time and shit. So it's all good.
Hell yeah, I was out there the other day. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
fucking
It's nice and peaceful out there, man.
yeah, man. How did the people out there uh take you trying to be a rapper?
Uh, Not at the start. At the start, I ain't gonna lie, and it's still kind of like this. People still kind of think I'm a joke. You know what I mean? At the same time, though, that shit fuels my fire like you wouldn't even know. Like it just makes me like, all right, you're not gonna listen this time. Let me drop another banger and see if you guys check it out. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. And did they start to check it out? Did they start to jump on the bandwagon?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah. But it's I still got work to do. I feel like once you get too comfortable with something, you stop getting good at it, right?
Right.
So every day I work, I feel like there's always something new to be done. There's always something new to be learned, right? So I keep that mentality with my music, man. Always trying to progress every time.
Yeah, yeah. Progression is a big part of your music, actually.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And you, Pete, you guys like local OGs, man. You guys are part of the reason why I got my buzz going, man. You know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't for Frog Dog getting me that Dak show, I probably wouldn't have like the little buzz that I have right now. You know what I mean? So Frog Dog, if you're watching this, shout out to you too, man. What's up?
Absolutely. Big shout out to Frog Dog
Yeah,
506. Uh, he helped a lot of individuals from the Moncton area to do
yeah,
this shit. The business side of hip hop is kind of lacking around here, would you say?
yeah. Of course. And but to be honest with you, man, to be fair, it's like it's lacking, but it's a part of nobody's really kind of went there, you know what I mean? So in a way, there's been no guidance as to how to kind of go there, you know what I mean?
Right.
So like for example, I don't know if you remember, like probably a month or so back when I dropped my EP, I was trying to get at K94.5 to put one of my tracks on the radio, right?
Right.
Me not even knowing, kind of me still trying to figure it out, you know what I mean, as my own person.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know it's a bunch of logistics kind of you have to do to get your shit on there the right way. Mind you, Chris J used to play kind of everybody's joints back in the day, you know what I mean?
That's a fact.
But more to the story was there's shit to learn every day, you know what I mean? So I'm still figuring shit out, you know what I mean? But
she played shit from us back in the day that we didn't even send into her.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I remember that's when I was first started rapping, was when like she was playing, like I remember her playing Kid Chance and Dennis's song for the first time and shit like that. Like it was
Jesse Horton also was a big part of helping hip hop in Moncton progress and get on the radio.
For sure, man. For sure.
Yeah. So like, talk about your music back then and how it's changed like now. You know what I mean? Because I can tell.
Yeah. So I mean, as anyone first starts, like when you first start rapping and shit, I don't know, my stuff wasn't really making sense. Like I listened to some of my old shit, man, and I cringe. Like I don't even like. I was kind of like talking a little tough. You know what I mean? But
I think everyone does at first.
Talking like I was a shit, you know what I mean? But I realized that the only way a real man's gonna make it in rap is if he sticks to real shit, you know what I mean? So ever since I kind of, I don't know, I just have a different mentality about the music, man. I want to be real and authentic. Like everybody talks about fucking Percocets and fucking bitches and all this stuff. So my way of thinking about it is I'm just trying to be different, man. That's it. And so far it's doing all right for me.
But I mean, you've been through those phases in your life too, right?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. You know what I mean? But
and you talk about it in your music too.
Life has been on the ups for me, man, for the past little bit. And I'm super blessed for that, man, because you know everybody goes through something. You know what I mean? Like I just said before, everything in life makes you who you are, man. The good, the bad, the ugly, the trials and tribulations. You know what I mean? It all makes you the man you are at the end, man. And I'm pumped for the future with the music, man. I thought 2020 was gonna be kind of the year that did it for me, but unfortunately with this coronavirus and shit like that, all the shows and the gigs and shit like that are kind of shut down at the moment. So my stuff's kind of on hold for a little bit, man. But rest assured, I just did a song yesterday at Ghost Studio and it sounds fire, man. I got some way more shit coming. I got that remix that I told you about off camera that I'm about to put on the internet in the next like week or so, and I'm about to go crazy, man. So
and you're working on Alward's Productions right now?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
But I mean, like, how has the production of music changed for you?
Like in the way like how I kind of get it done, like my mixer, master, and all that.
And your whole way you write a song and stuff like that. Like, how have you progressed in that?
Man, to be honest with you, I recently just started writing on paper again. My EP that I put out, I never wrote one lyric down. Like maybe like a couple words just to remember what I was saying. But I like to, like, even if it takes me a month or even longer than that to do a dope verse off the head, like I'd rather do that now. I feel like so that, to answer your question, that's where I kind of progressed. Like in my earlier music, you can kind of tell I was reading it off paper. Just kind of new kid shit, right? Like you're not really, you're still kind of learning, you're still getting your craft, right? So
yeah, there's two different kinds of people in my opinion with the rap shit. There's people who can write a verse and then go directly in the booth and spit. You know what I mean? I admire those people. I wish I was one of those people. But I feel like the other type of person who memorizes their verse and like really sleeps with it and lives with it for a while kind of gets a better result in the end, even though you might overdo it in your head and like lose some of the emotion. But
the thing is, when I like lately, when I've been like getting into it with the music, like I'll come up with like a couple bars, and as soon as I find myself like thinking about it too much, or just like almost trying too hard, and it's not really making sense, I cut it. I'm like, all right, man, I'll go smoke a joint, I'll get back to it later. You know what I mean? it's all gonna be authentic. You know what I mean? Like I just what did I say? I was like, I'm about to make a statement with this shit right here. I zoomed to the moon with the wings, Buzz Lightyear. You know what I mean? That I was trying to come up with a little punch for days, and I just randomly hit me. I was like, that's dope, man. So I kept it.
Hell yeah. And so you're saying like smoking a joint and being relaxed in the studio is a part of your like process?
For sure, man. Yeah, like 9 times out of 10, like I'm not really on the hard liquor anymore, but I'll usually probably have some wine or a couple like tall boys or some beer. Get a little loose in there, you know what I mean? You gotta have some fun with it. That's the main thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, but like, so tell me about your first performance.
My first performance I did at Uncle G's in Sussex.
Yep.
And, it was BCE. It was I'm pretty sure you were there with Trip, were you not?
I was as well. Bird Call Entertainment was there. Trip was there.
Flixie, Justin Hills.
Yeah.
Bunch of people. It was Anyways, that was my first show, and I actually on one of the first songs that I did, I said I had 2 verses and I mixed them up, so I did them backwards, which was kind of funny. But I actually didn't even catch it until I was done the song. I was like, man, I just did my shit backwards.
Yeah,
but
a lot of rappers have that same story for real.
Yeah, but going on stage on a mic, man, is a high that I've never even had in my life, man. It's a beautiful thing. For someone like the other day, this kid just messaged me, and he was on the come up with the music, and he sent me one of his songs. Like, he's a young kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, he looked up to me for like inspiration, just because he knew someone else local was at least trying to do it, right?
Right.
So to me, that's the biggest thing for me, man. Like, no money, nothing can compare to someone actually like really fucking with your authentic music. Like, there's no better feeling, man.
Hell yeah. It brightens my day when someone says, yo, a song made me feel this way. It doesn't matter how it made them feel. It could make them feel angry, and if that's the result I was going for, it makes me feel good. You know what I mean?
For sure, man. 100%, man. It's like you just said, like, you could be having the worst day, and like there's been a couple times I'm out in public and I'm really having like a shitty fucking day. Like, in my head, I'm like, man, I don't want to talk to nobody and shit like that, you know what I mean? And then someone will come up to you or message you and say they heard one of your tracks or something and said it was dope, and you just instantly smile, you know what I mean? It's fucking dope. I love it. I love it, man.
Yes, absolutely. Who inspired you locally?
I wanted to say congrats on this thing, man, this up and coming podcast, bro. I think it's dope.
Breaking Records Radio has been going for years, man. They've interviewed some fucking legends in the game, bro. So it was an absolute pleasure and an honor to be a part of something that they built.
Shout out to Breaking Records, man. I appreciate you guys' platform dearly, man. For real.
Absolutely. Shout out to Maloney for giving us both the opportunity to have this platform.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I'd like to also say congratulations. Him and his lady just had a baby. So
congrats, man. Congrats.
Massive blessings to Maloney. And I hope he's having a blast. So yeah, man. You're doing shows. You're rapping. Have you did you try and put out a mixtape before the EP, or?
Well, I dropped like a it was like a mixtape with BCE, which was Chance and JG, like back in a couple years ago. But
right.
I dropped like a couple promotional songs.
Yes, I saw those
on my Alward production fan page.
Mm-hmm.
Dropped an EP, so that's kind of where I went with it. I don't know if I'm gonna make this next little body joint like a part 2 of the first piece that I had, or if I'm gonna make it something else. I really don't know, man. I'm just kind of gathering my songs together and just trying to cook up something. You know what I mean?
Talk about making a love song, because I noticed you do a lot of those.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, that Fall in Love song I just put out is one of my biggest ones. That a lot of people fuck with that. Like some buddies I know that only listen to rap, they're like, man, that's your favorite song. That's my favorite song. You, but yeah, it's just I don't know. It's a lot of like maybe fighting with your girl or maybe going through something. Obviously with a female because that's where it inspires from, right?
Right.
But yeah, it's different, man. Like I remember, like the first song I ever made with Chance was a love song. It's called "I Tried."
Yep.
It's out on YouTube and shit. If anybody want to check it out. But yeah, it's just like from that point on, like it's just different. Like I made a song for a girlfriend before. She's like, oh my god, like you know that feelings. I don't know, it's different, man.
Yeah, man.
I
Yo.
like transitioning from like for example like being in your feelings talking about a girl to like your next song like bringing like a hard ass 16, you know what I mean? So that's where you can get crafty with it and have fun, like find your different sounds, you know what I mean? Like you can be the illest rapper in the world, but if you can switch it up and do some different shit, you know what I mean? That's flavor, man.
Yeah, man. It really shows your versatility and like you got some range.
Yeah, sure.
So like tell me what it's like being in a relationship when you are a rapper and kind of like a public figure low key.
Uh, to be honest with you, man, I haven't done it that much. Like maybe like once or twice. Like I don't know, I haven't been in like a serious relationship in a long time. But it does make it complex when like I don't know, for example, like maybe not me, but like maybe like my shorty may have like more people following her than I do, you know what I mean? So sometimes I might get in my feelings about that, like other guys hitting her up or you know what I mean? That's usually how it goes. Like your girl might go on your Facebook and see like this one girl liked your shit and then she starts freaking out, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's
man.
weird
That's a very under talked about part of being a rapper.
for sure. Yeah, for sure, man.
Your girlfriend getting more followers off of the relationship.
Off the cloud, man.
Yeah, exactly.
To be honest with you, man, like someone asked me this the other day, like about relationships and shit. And, like I really like I chat with bitches and stuff, like come and hang out, but I'm really just been in my bag, man. Like I'm so focused on me right now, and I'm not even like fully into it myself. So like I cannot I have no time to do something serious with a female right now. Like when it comes to like being together and stuff like that, like I'm really just focused on me, what I got going on, and I feel like every time I mess around with a female, my head always gets fucked up, and my work ethic always is like her, not me. You know what I mean? It took me so long to realize that, and I always fucked up mad opportunities because of that. So now this time I'm just staying in my bag, man, staying focused.
It's so critical, man. Being in a relationship and keeping the music in a perpetual motion forward is such a balance, man. It's so hard.
Well, because like if you write music about being real, like you might write about a real situation, and then you guys might start fighting about it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, who's she or something like that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And you might be talking about someone you met like 7 or 8 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, try explaining that one over dinner, man.
Yeah, it's like oh, she bugging out because she thinks like you're thinking about her, but really it's like a vibe that you just caught, and like now you're trying to like make other people feel it.
Yeah, yes. I like doing like love songs, shit like that, man. I have my next project. I definitely have a couple more of those female songs on there. So
yeah, man.
Together, man.
Let's talk about the EP. I want to get at you a little bit about the title.
Okay.
I need to slightly beef with you over the title here.
Yeah, Rise Above the Doubt.
Who fucking doubted you, bro?
Man, you know, just life doubts you, you know. Just sometimes, like for example, that my cover art was that's a place where I used to live, man, and underneath was like a bar. So like the projective of like a young kid living on top of a bar, the doubts are already against you. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, where's his mom at? What's she doing? You know what I mean? Like, so, and I always felt like in a way, like I always knew all my friends ever had like nice like a lot of them had nice houses and shit like that. In a way, I felt a little bit embarrassed where I lived for a little point in time in my life until I realized, man, I don't give a fuck about that shit. People are gonna like me, they're gonna like me. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's where it kind of stems. Like Rise Above the Devil is kind of like on my come up. Like still, people to this day, I'm still trying to prove myself to people in the rap game, and I will continue to do so. And like sometimes you fight with your past self. Like Rise Above, people doubted me before, and like you could change, you could be the best man, you could go from 0 to 100, and people still might think you're that dude. You know what I mean? So the doubt
Who
comes
were you back then that people doubted?
just. And to be honest, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. To be honest, I was kind of on some loser shit. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be a buck. I can admit it. Like, and to me, like what I'm saying about myself is not. I'm not projecting that from to anybody else that does what they do. You know what I mean? But my priorities weren't straight, man. I just sit around and get fucked up. The same people, same day, every day. Wasn't doing nothing, and eventually you do that for so long that carries with you. People just think that you ain't shit or you ain't doing nothing. You know what I mean? Even though, like I said, just said you could be 0 to 100, you could change your life completely, and people still think that you ain't shit, right? So I think that's kind of where this title stems from, and no, like the doubt, just because everybody gets doubted, you know. Like when I was coming up playing basketball, everybody says I was a little bit too short. My mom always told me you always got to run faster and jump harder, man. I turned out pretty damn good at that. So
Yeah,
that's
you're a
kind
hell of a baller.
yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it, bro.
Were you on like any high school teams or like things of that nature?
Oh yeah. I fucking yeah, I was one of like few people that made it in grade 9. It was a lot of kids were too scared to try out for the team, man, and I wasn't even one of the best ones in my grade. You know what I mean? But I ended up trying out, made the team, and I played with a bunch of older cats, and it turned me into a beast. Because when you're playing when you're getting schooled every day by a bunch of older cats, you have no choice but to get decent. You know what I mean? There's no choice. You're either gonna hang or you're not gonna hang, right? So
Steel sharpens steel, my dude.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So like you got your competitive edge from like back in the day playing basketball.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah, and other sports, you know what I mean?
And of course,
Sure.
hip hop has that element to it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
already
for sure.
ingrained in it. Like, it's not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, for sure.
You-
Yeah, that's why a couple of my songs you ask me like you think I'm like talking smoke or whatever.
Yeah,
It's more like it's not even like that. It's just like competitive, right? Like it's rap. Like I'm trying to. It's all love, but everybody wants to be better than the next cat, right? You know what I mean? So it's
that's
all
a
about
fact.
who's gonna put in that work, you know?
It's so crazy, like when you're trying to be the best that you can be, but you
Yeah.
also have all your friends are also artists that are trying to be the best that they can be.
Man, I was talking to Ghost about this last night in the studio, man. I was like, we were kind of having some beers, just having a good conversation, and I was just like, man, if this is gonna work, everybody gonna get along, everybody gonna want to eat. There can't be no fucking because the city's too small for people to be divided.
That's
You know what I mean?
fact.
It's way too small. If somebody's gonna pop off, we all gonna need to get along. We all gotta work together. You know what I mean? That's what it's about, man. That's what's gonna bring us out of here. You know, I was talking earlier about the vision. That's what I see for the city. I see everybody just come working together, man. Just throw mad content out there. They got no choice but to pay attention after that, man.
Absolutely.
They got
Moncton
no
is
choice.
extremely slept on in the Canadian music scene
It
and in the
is.
world music scene.
It is, man. But you know, I feel that the ticket's coming soon. The ticket's coming soon, man.
That's a
For
fact,
sure.
man. It only takes one of us to get
Yeah.
noticed by the right person for
Yeah. And at the
everyone
end
to
of the day,
go.
you know, at the end of the day, when I don't know about some other people, but when I create my content, I don't worry about none of that shit. You know, it's like a real artist ain't worried about fucking when somebody's gonna call his line and shit like that. I just worry about my content. Like I say it all the time in my rap and shit. Like I'd be perfectly fine with working a 9 to 5 the rest of my life, man. I know it sounds maybe kind of cheesy to some people, but you know, like, even though I still take rap serious, I still know that man, there's a chance that this shit don't work. You know, and that's a fact. But the only thing you can do is just keep pushing, man, keep grinding, keep working. And if you love what you do, no, the doubt that we were just talking about, that shit won't even matter. Like, you laugh at that, you use that as energy. You know what I mean? So
100%, man. The hate always fuels the come up for me
for sure,
and real cats like me. And I feel
yeah,
like, you're super authentic. Talk about like what it means to you to be real and stand on your lyrics.
man, it's everything, man. It's everything to me. To me, like I don't even like I listen to a lot of music, but the shit that I really fuck with is stuff that I know for a fact that this guy's when he's talking about it, he's doing that shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's why I fuck with Ghost, man. A lot of Ghost raps. He's saying he's really out there doing that shit. You know, he's really in the trenches.
Yeah.
And I like like when I was talking about some of my old music I don't listen to anymore, it was kind of like that. Like, yeah, I've been through some shit in, like, streets and with my friends and shit like that. At the end of the day, I don't think that I have nothing to prove to anybody, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to prove to nobody out here. And that's, people should take that as advice, man.
Yeah.
Real talk. If you're a man, you don't just do yourself, man. You ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. For the longest time, I felt like I had something to prove for some reason, you know? I'm real, I can admit it. I was out here being a knucklehead trying to, I guess, be cool, you know? But the cool kids don't fucking last in the real world, man. I wish they had a class on that shit in school. You know what I mean?
That's a fact, man.
Because I noticed that, like, for the longest time, like, yeah, your friends and shit are gonna be there, but when it really matters most is you got to figure yourself out first, man. I spent like so many years just like not at the crib, just hanging out with my buddies for weeks on end, and like now I actually appreciate chilling in my crib for like a month.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't mind it. I actually like it, man.
Facts. I feel like rap and writing music in general kind of has a great way of showing yourself to yourself.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. Yeah, like some of the stuff I say, like I remember the first time like I actually like shed a tear off a song that I made, and I was like, what? Like I made that, you know? I'm sure you feel the same way, you know what I mean? Like you made a song, you're like, man, I really just did that, you know? Like
I've cried in the booth, but it was more like a real emotion that I was feeling at the time.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, for sure. That's real as it gets, man. You know, that's the music that I listen to, real authentic. Like shit, like I feel like to answer your question, what it means to you to be authentic is everything, man. It means everything. Just to believe, for someone to believe what I'm saying is true, if people to know what I'm saying is fucking true, is a blessing. So
I feel like it's real hard for the inauthentic rappers to walk around and like socialize with other rappers in Moncton.
yeah, I get you, but from my experience being around the scene, there's just tension, you know, and it just stems from just everybody just want to be on the top. Everybody want to be on the top, man. And there's nothing wrong with it, you know.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. But what I said earlier is like the only way somebody's gonna do something in the city, man, is we all just work together, man. We almost gotta fold arms together. We gotta stand together, and we gotta fucking do this shit together, man.
Yeah.
So,
it's true. And I feel like the people that don't stand on their lyrics and aren't real about what they do, there's a million people, especially around here, that are raring at the bit to pull their card.
Yeah, man, and I want to say, since we're on like a decent call, I want to say shout out to Quake Matthews, man. Quake Matthews is a dude that inspired my career, man. I message him all the time. Every time I make a song, I always hit him up. He's one of them dudes that never heard him out of pocket on a song. He's always been himself, you know. He's never fucking trying to be something that he ain't. I look up to people like that, man. So shout out to Quake Matthews, bro.
That's real.
One of the illest of the coast, man. He's a legend out here.
Yeah, man. Fucking maritime legend. And you know, like he's part of like a third wave in Halifax that came out, and like a lot of cats that are coming out now really look up to him.
Yeah.
You know,
for sure.
Because like the maritime sound is more a real sound, right?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
It is, sure.
So okay, let's get into this EP. It's called Beyond, what's it called?
Rise Above the Doubt.
Rise Above the Doubt. Yeah. All right. The first song, you definitely did throw me off with the intro.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not gonna lie.
I got people, man.
But I like that bop for you.
Yeah, that's different, man. It's different. I wanted to go different. I wanted to go different on it, man. I feel like I didn't even really know where I was going with it, you know. So that's the beauty of it.
Who helped you record that album?
Shout out to Chappie, man. DJ Chappie.
Absolutely.
He's recorded about 5 or 6 songs with him, man. He's a real good cat. He's lenient with the prices and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. A local producer around New Brunswick.
At the end of the day, he doesn't even rap. He just really wants to help put people on in the city, man. So shout out to Chappie.
That's a fact, man. Big shout out to Chappie.
I feel like I feel like everybody I feel like everybody just, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm doing the shout out to everybody out and all the time, man. Everybody need to do that, you know. Everybody need to express how they feel about other artists in the city more, you know what I mean? Because there's always this stigma that nobody fucks with nobody. It's weird.
Yep.
Me and Ghost talk about this last night. It's like for example, I'm gonna be 1,000 right now on record, and I ain't talking about nobody's business. But me and Ghost talking about this. Like, there's people think that Stacks and Ghost don't fuck with each other, and that's not true. You know, and I even thought that myself, straight up. That's why I asked him. Like, there's no problem with them boys. You know what I mean? That's why I don't know. I feel like in the way the city kind of fucks that up, because Moncton is so negative anyways,
Yeah.
that it's just, for the most part, it's gonna be a negative light. You know what I mean? Which sucks. But all we can do is just stand together, man, unite, and fucking just make mad tracks for the world to see, man.
Yeah, I feel like especially in this time right now, we got to show the positive side of hip hop.
Yeah, for sure, man. And like, I'm all about, like, I'm not a fan of seeing boys beef, you know? Especially if people were friends before and stuff like that. Like, to me, that is super whack, man. Especially if it's, like, could just turn it out to be one conversation and they be boys again, you know what I mean? Like, just stuff like that, man. Everybody need to unite in the city, bro. That's it.
That's a fact, man. Everybody across the country needs to unite.
Like, for people too, I'm gonna be real. Like, I felt like when I was on my come up, I had to kind of prove myself to people like you and Trip and people like that, because I didn't think you guys fuck with me at the first. You know what I mean?
We never doubted you at all, ever.
No, I know. I thought that. You know, I thought that until later down the road, we realized, like, man, no, I actually fuck with your shit. You know what I mean? That's how it is sometimes. Stuff might not even go down. People like, or you might even think shit's like settled. You know what I mean?
I give people like 3 or 4 songs before I'll step to in person and be like, man, I really like your music. You know what I mean? I want to hear several shits, like, you know. And like with you, I heard your heart right off the bat in every track.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Every track. And like your live show, like, you could see it in your eyes that you lived for the moment that was happening.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, just real heart.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it very much.
Oh, man, it's a blessing. But, like, so, yeah, keep talking about this EP.
So I got 4 tracks on there.
Yes.
I got one called Push and Wait. I got one called Fall in Love. I got one called Dark Days. And then my last one is called Fresh Start.
Did you have a theme for this?
Did I have what, sir?
A theme?
No, man. To be honest with you, I just kind of, like, lately I just been getting on music, and I'll start a song and I'll go back to another, and I'll kind of just hop around for a bit. So I got a couple songs already. That's kind of just where that EP came from, man. I did a song with JG, also on my All Productions page, and that kind of went up a little bit. So after that, I dropped 4 songs on it, and hopefully in the next couple months, I'm about to drop some more, man. So
I hope so too, bro.
Yeah, I'm coming. Like I said, I don't want to say the name of the remix yet, but because I want to keep it on the DL, because I want it to be a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
But I made a remix in the past couple of days that I'm about to put out. That's gonna be, that I think is about to fucking go out of here, man. So everybody stay tuned for that.
That's a vibe. And you're working with other artists trying to get them popping right now as well?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've been shout out to my man JG, as I just mentioned. He's got he's been working with Ghost. He's got a couple tracks on the way. This youngin from Salisbury, man, he's 18. His name is Lai Mac, yeah?
Right.
And he's a youngin I'm gonna be working with, man. And he's pretty fire, man. He sent me his stuff's more like a vibe, you know what I mean? It's like something like he roll up and smoke too, you know what I mean? But yeah, shout out to Lil Man, man. I'm gonna definitely be helping out. Obviously Ghost, Flixie, shout out to Flixie, shout out to Stack, shout out to yourself, MDB, man. Shout out to everybody doing music in the city, man. We need to keep doing it. We need to keep working. And I see big things out of here, man. So we got to keep working. Let's go.
That's a fact. So what do you see for yourself in the future besides the remix that you were speaking of? Like, do you see like a project, like a full-length album in the works?
I don't think I'm gonna do an album yet. I think I'm gonna drop one more, either mixtape or like an EP. I think my next joint is gonna have like 6 or 7 songs on it. I already got probably like, I think I need to write like one more, but I have them all mapped out. I just need to record them. But yeah, I'm about to, like in the next couple weeks, I'm about to drop this. I wish I could tell you, man. I wish I could tell you the name of it because you free. I told JG and Ghost the other day, and they said it was a good idea. So I'm waiting to drop that, man. But pretty soon after that, I'm gonna have some more content up for everybody. So stay tuned.
Absolutely, bro.
I wish I could tell you one, man, but I don't want to give the seat. But once you hear, you're gonna be like, "Oh, he was in his bag." I guarantee you. I guarantee I'm coming with some. I'm coming with some flavor this time, man.
You said you were in your bag on the EP as well.
Yeah, well, I don't know, man. Like I just been focused on what I got going on. You know what I mean? Like with my work, I'm real dedicated. I really like going to work, coming home, writing some rhymes, and staying the fuck out of trouble, man. Like my biggest thing, the reason why I've been successful in the past year and so in music is because for the most part, I've been real clean, man. My mindset has just been great. Just trying to do positive things, and positive things will happen if you keep on the right road, man. So that's what I'm trying to do.
You're working out and shit
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
with the
Well,
4 liters and shit, the 4 liter water bottles.
Yeah, yeah, man, I got chirped so bad for that, man. So,
No, that's fire. That's a vibe right now. That's the survivalist mentality right now, bro.
my buddy's like, he's like, man, do 20 push-ups on live. I was like, doing push-ups and shit.
Yeah, man. I want to see more of that. I want to see rappers showing behind the scenes, pulling the curtain back.
I'm about to start a YouTube channel soon. And what I'm doing is like I'm gonna be filming like probably a lot of basketball content, and just daily vlog type shit. I'll posting my music on there too. So yeah, man, stay tuned for that. I'm just waiting to get my money right to get a camera and shit. You know what I mean? But I've wanted to do YouTube for a little bit. My buddy actually inspired me. He's got a YouTube channel and he makes some good ass content, man. So he kind of inspired me to do the same. So I'm about to start pulling up on people playing basketball and recording. And it's gonna be
Hell yeah, drive-by fucking basketball. I'm saying.
Yeah, just a little bit of money on the line, like bet someone $20, just like a random guy, just to pay him just to get in the video. You know what I mean? It'd be sick. It's gonna be dope. I'm pumped. I just kind of revealed that. Nobody even knows that. I just kind of revealed that right now. But yeah,
Exclusive.
I'm about to do some YouTube shit. And you know, people are making bankroll off YouTube now, man.
Big bank rolls, bro.
Yeah, I gotta try and dip into that.
In your song "Love," you said some of the things you need to fall in love. Talk about that. Like, what are some of the things you need to fall in love with a woman?
First, down to earth. That's the main thing. I find a lot of beautiful women. They almost like to try too hard, and to me, that's a turn off. Like I love a chick just like laid back. Like preferably if she smoked the reefer would be good too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love a chick that smokes, but if she don't, that's cool. But yeah, man, just a real authentic girl. You know, she ain't gonna be the baddest, she ain't gonna be the prettiest, but if she keep it real and she like teach it 1,000, and that's all I'm looking for, man. Like,
Heck, yeah.
I'm not really too picky. I don't really too picky. You know, I like them all. Like I don't discriminate.
Yeah, it's hard to tell as an artist, like who's gonna really ride through the ups and downs of like the roller coaster that is music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Fuck yeah, I hear that. Shit is.
Yeah, I actually like made a song for a girl before, and like I couldn't listen to the song, and that was weird. You know what I mean? That's right weird. It was different.
Yeah, man, it's bugged out.
Yeah, I can't even remember what the song was, you know. But it was at the time it was a decent song.
Hell yeah. Um, uh, you sang on the hook for In Love. Was that a bit
Fucking
out of your comfort zone?
no, man. I actually really enjoy singing, man. Like, I'm not like the best at it, but I do practice it a lot, man. And like, obviously, it makes it easier when you throw a little bit of auto tune and shit on that. But I try to use the less of that as possible, as possible. So, yeah, I like singing and shit like that, man. Like, I sing all day, every day, pretty much. Like, just fucking around, like on the listen to the radio and at work and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man. You really nailed the feeling for that song because like I'd be walking around
Yeah.
the house singing that shit lately, you know what I mean?
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, that's one of the best ones I did yet. I fall in love.
Um, does your family support this rap thing right now?
Yeah, man. My family's supportive. Like just like anybody else, they didn't really believe in it in the start. They didn't really know where I was going with it. They thought they may even still think that. I don't know, but I don't really give two fucks what anybody thinks, including my family. That's just the type of cat I am. I'm gonna keep it moving. But to answer your question, yeah, they believe in me, man. My mom always shows me love. I show them all every song that I do before and after I put it out. So she's definitely in tune with what I got going on, man. And a lot of the inspiration I have is out of my parents, man. But people that don't know, both my parents had cancer when I was growing up, man. So at times shit was a little rocky in the house, you know. But they're two individuals I look up to dearly, and they've been through hell and back, man. So and they raised the warrior out here, man. So I'm just trying to do the right thing in life and keep it pushing for my family. That's really why I do this shit. That's really why I want to do something with music. I don't care. I don't care about my life. I care about the people I love, my brothers, my family, people like yourself that always encourage me to do good. I want to do that. I want to hopefully get in my bag someday and be able to repay my parents for everything they've done for me. You know what I mean? That's what it's about to me.
Yeah, you said in one of your lines you said you wanted to buy your mom a house.
Yeah, well, yeah. Have a nice front door with a doorman to open it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like a lot of dudes are in the same boat, like where their heart is with that.
Yeah, man. Of course. That should be where their heart is. People out here getting money and they're going buying chains and shit and
Yeah.
all this bullshit, but they ain't making sure the family's straight. You know what I mean? That's as backwards.
Yeah.
You know,
Massive facts.
for real, man.
Absolutely. Um, so yeah, man, tell the people where they can find your music.
Yo, you can find my music on Spotify at Cody Alward, at iTunes, everywhere you listen to music, just type in Cody Alward, you find it, man. I got
Spell
a
your last name for the
Facebook,
people, okay?
Alward. It's Alward, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a Facebook page where I put my music called Alward Productions. You can find that through my Facebook at Cody Alward. Everything on social at Cody Alward, man. You'll be able to find me. My music will pop up. MDB, I want to thank you for this opportunity, man, to get on here. Shout out to Breaking Records, man, radio for having me
Breaking
on the
Records
platform.
Radio.
I really appreciate it, man. I hope I'll be on there again in the future. Maybe when I have maybe another song coming out, maybe we'll hop on here again. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah, man. I want to see a full project from you, though. I'm not gonna front.
Yeah, man, I got it in the works, man. But to be honest with you, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I don't feel like people have the attention span to listen to 12 or 13 songs back to back nowadays. Me personally, I don't. That's why I'm not making big ass projects nowadays. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
That's my preference. Some rap heads might disagree with me right now, but that's just kind of where I'm at with it, man.
I hear you. I really do. But
obviously, I'm gonna have an album out. Like I'm just kind of getting my buzz. Like this EP was kind of just the start to something. You know what I mean? I'm just getting started.
all right.
Just getting started with this shit, man.
Everyone go stream Cody Allward's music on Spotify and all the major streaming platforms.
Yes, sir.
Go check him out on SoundCloud as well.
I'm gonna put the link in the comments right now.
Yes, I'll pin that shit.
So you guys can go check it out.
Yeah. And send me the link. I will try and put it in the description.
Okay, I think I sent it to you yesterday.
Yes.
It's in the
All right. Yeah. Pin comment. Yeah. So everyone go check that out.
yeah, man.
We need your support, everyone. The artists are going through a tough time right now because we can't perform. We can't really generate as much income as we would like. So
thank you for bringing it up, man. I kind of wanted to, on this last note before we get out of here, I kind of wanted to say something about kind of what's going on in the world right now.
okay,
I wanted to
talk
tell everybody that's listening, man, that I love all you guys, man. I feel that some of this crazy racism that's been going on in this world nowadays is freaking crazy. We're in 2020, you know. I have tons of multicolored friends, multi-generational friends, you know what I mean? My niece is half black, you know what I mean?
Right.
When I seen that video of that guy around Moncton, you see my Facebook, you know how heated was about that shit, man. Like, I was fucking tight. You know what I mean? Like, that was stupid. And I'm really glad that dummy got charged. Friggin'
That was a block from my house, bro. Like, I was looking to see where that was actually at.
That guy's an idiot, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I wanted to continue to say was, man, is we need to stand together. Man, this coronavirus, I don't know about everybody else, but it really got me, my mental really messed up.
Mm-hmm.
It really been taking a test. Man, God's going to give you a test. If you believe in God, I don't know if too many people believe in God in here. I'm a man of God, and I believe that he's going to throw a test at you sometimes, and this whole world the past couple months has been a test. The world's going to survive out here, man, and I'm prayed up. Everybody stay prayed up. We will get through this. The world people's like, oh, the world's over. The world ain't over. It's a little dent in the curve, you know what I mean? We'll be all right. But we just need to, now more than ever, everybody just needs to stick together, man. That's the main thing. We need to stick together. And if you're racist on this shit and you're watching it, fuck you.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I encourage any racist to block me.
Yeah, facts, man. And you know, when I was coming up, I heard a lot of like racist shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I said on my Facebook. Like, I thought that shit was out the fucking window.
Right.
Like, how are people still racist in 2020? Like, for some people, like being a color, like they went through a lot in life. Some people, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's insane in this day and age that we can't be just humans together, all, you know what I mean, under this earth.
That's where, you know what? That's where I think the man upstairs fucked up. One, yeah, I feel like he made this earth so fucking judgmental. He made people so judgmental. I don't know why, but people just can't give people a break nowadays. You know what I mean? Like, it's really sad, but it's really tragic. But like I said, man, I want to thank MDB. I want to thank Breaking Records Radio for having me on this, man. I'm real appreciative of it.
I also want to thank Breaking Records Radio for giving us the opportunity to showcase the East Coast and the people around it. Shout out to the whole Moncton, New Brunswick. Shout out to the whole Maritime. Shout out to all of Canada. We will get through this. We're going to body this fucking corona shit and get back to normal life.
Yes, sir, man. Yeah, we got to get shit back to normal, man. Hopefully there's some shows coming up soon. Everybody on here, man, go check out my new EP I just dropped called Rise Above the Doubt. Again, Spotify, iTunes, anywhere you stream music, that shit on there, man. MDB, I'm out, man. Thank you very much, bro.
Peace, love, and respect to everyone who's watching this, and I hope everyone has a great night.